Teresa here from Life Beyond Diabetes, and I am coming to you today live from my kitchen, where I am going to show you how to make one of my favorite snacks for kids, a low-carb snack or meal that is simple enough that your kids can help you make it, or maybe even make it themselves, and the whole family might even love. And it is these low-carb corn dog bites, and they're so easy to make. They are made of, oh, first of all, let me just tell you, the recipe is going to be available on my blog just a few minutes after this live is done. I don't quite have the tech down to have it posted yet in the comments or in the link on the video, but I will get that up in just a few minutes after I'm done with this video. But it'll be available for you to pick up. All of the ingredients that I'm using today are things that, if you don't have them in your house already, are things that should be readily available to buy either online or in your local grocery store. For if you're going out to the grocery store, you should be able to get them, or get them delivered. Even now during the pandemic, when some items are difficult to get. So I'm going to tell you what's involved. I've pre-measured all the ingredients so that we don't have to take time doing that today, so I can be pretty quick. The first thing that I'm going to add in is almond flour, and you don't have to use the brands that I've used. I will tell you that the nutritional information in the recipe is based on these specific brands, but it's not that important that you use these brands. So add some almond flour. The next thing we have is coconut flour. Then some baking powder. So baking powder might be the one thing that you have difficulty getting a hold of, because a lot of people are doing some baking right now while they're stuck inside. But my guess is that baking powder is something that you probably already have. Now, a lot of people say, well, why do you need baking powder when you're not actually baking, with the flour and stuff? Baking powder actually does leaven even things that don't use flour. So I keep baking powder in my house even though I don't cook a lot with flour. And the last dry ingredient that we use is Parmesan cheese. And I will tell you that that's one of my little secret ingredients that I use for a lot of bread-like things, because it kind of binds things together and keeps them from falling apart like a lot of the keto type breads do. So I'm going to mix those dry ingredients really well, and then I'm going to add some melted butter and 2 eggs. Mix this all up together into a nice paste. It just takes a minute. So I've already got the oven preheated to 350, and when this is all mixed up, I'm going to I'm going to use a mini muffin tin. Now, my muffin tin is a non-stick muffin tin, and I do recommend a non-stick tin because it's just a lot easier. If you don't have a non-stick tin, you're going to want to prepare it with some cooking spray or butter, or however you prefer to grease your tin, because these will stick to in the muffin tin otherwise. My muffin tin holds 24 mini muffins, and this is just the right size for that. So the other ingredient for the hot dogs is the last ingredient that we'll use after we put the batter into the muffin tin. And the hot dogs that I use are, I buy at Costco, and they are these Teton Polish sausages. And what I really like about them is that they are, first of all, they're really good. They don't taste healthy, but they have no nitrates or nitrites and all the other crap stuff that often comes in hot dogs. And they're grass-fed beef, and they're just really good. And I get them with my Costco order. So, and I will tell you, I don't fight the crowds at Costco. I order Costco. So again, you can get these at Costco. You don't have to use these, but nutritional information in this recipe is based on using these hot dogs. And the amount of the nutritional information is based on using 3 hot dogs, but you can use 2 of these, but it'll depend on how thick you cut the hot dogs and how many hot dogs you use. So the next step then is to just take some of the batter and you just press a little bit, and don't press it very firmly or it'll be difficult to get it out later. You just press some into it takes a little while to figure out how much you're to get evenly into the tins. And I'm not gonna do very many of these, so you don't need to watch me fill up the tins. And then once you've got them all filled up, then you'll just go around and press a hot dog pretty firmly in. I will say, if you don't press the hot dogs firmly in, when you go to pull them out, the hot dogs will not stay in the little batter cups. So once you've done all that, you just pop them in the oven for 17 to 20 minutes. When they're done cooking, you want to make sure that you let them sit for about 5 minutes. Otherwise, when you pull them out, they will just crumble. So they need minimum of 5 minutes to set up. Remember, if kids are eating them, they're probably too hot when they first come out of the oven anyway. But if you pull them out too soon, they will crumble, they'll fall apart. But they do hold together nicely once they've cooled for just a few minutes. So, enjoy. I like to add a little bit of ketchup to mine. Some people, kids love to dip things. A little bit of ranch, whatever your kid's favorite dipping sauce is, add that. Anyway, enjoy. Let me know what you think. Also, tell me if there's anything you want to know about diabetes, dealing with social isolation, anything else, anything I can help you with. I will see you here tomorrow at 2:30 Pacific. Cheers.